Yep.
Okay, we're on stream. Countdown whenever you want to start.
All right. Give me 1 second. I need a timer for later, for part of the run.
Yeah.
So, pull it up real quick. Alright, I'm good.
Wait, real quick, is this supposed to say any percent new game plus?
No. I mean,
Okay.
there's only one any percent.
Yeah, I figured. I don't know why it says new game plus. It is technically new game plus, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't really
Anyway,
matter. Either way.
yeah, I'm gonna fix it, but we're good to go.
Alright, cool. Countdown?
Yep.
Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. Okay, so this is DK64 any percent. This is going to be a very glitch-heavy run, so it's going to be a lot of stuff, a lot of sequence breaks, a lot of tricks back to back to back, so I'm sorry if I can't explain all of them. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to escape training grounds by swimming through this wall. This allows me to skip all the training barrels for later, because I actually only need to complete 2 of them. All I had to do is go into first person underwater in a certain direction, and it let me go through that wall. And now this is the trick that defines the category. So I'm gonna have to concentrate for a sec because this is really hard. I'll explain it after. Okay, got it. Alright, so that was tag rail storage, and I want to make sure I don't mess it up, because that is 2 frame perfect tricks back to back. So that was good that I got it that fast, that was pretty decent. Basically what I did was I was doing successive skid jumps, which allow you to just have a ground state while you're in midair, and having that ground state in midair lets you uncrouch as you're entering the tag barrel. And if you uncrouch as you're entering the tag barrel, you actually fall out of it and you're able to move. And if you walk away from the tag barrel so that it deloads, then you get in this weird state that I'm in right now where I'm invisible. And you just saw me a second ago do what's called a telegrab, which basically lets you double your height, grabbing specific ledges in specific orders. And there is a faster route of telegrabs than the one that I'm using, but it's not consistent. But the one I'm doing now is consistent. So now, this is a little precise. This is what makes it consistent, and I need to have a specific camera set up, and voila, I'm in the mouth, and now I'm in Helm Lobby. Okay. So this is what makes beating the game with only DK possible. Getting into Helm with just DK. So now what I have to do is I'm going to have to get a kick off this ledge. This is going to be called a moon kick when I get it. Oh, accidentally jumped out of it. Okay, I'll get another. This is frame perfect. Cool. And also, if I touch the lava, I'm dead. That's okay. Deaths are not that costly. There we go. Okay, and then I have to hit this pipe. Dang it. Okay. I missed the out of bounds, but I can just try again. I got another one. Okay, I got it. Alright. That took a while, but that's fine. Okay, so now that I'm out of bounds, this is a huge sequence break because this B-locker that I'm skipping, normally you need 100 golden bananas to pass him, but I'm just walking behind him to the loading zone, which just completely trivializes the game. Okay. Now normally there's this slope coming up that it's slippery, so you need to climb it with Lanky, but if you grind this wall and you time slaps and jumps out of the slaps correctly, you can actually climb this with DK. It's a little slow, but the fact that you can do it with just DK makes this route possible, and this route is really fast compared to unlocking other Kongs. Okay, and now to get past this, I'm going to have to do another hard trick, which I just aced. Okay, that is not consistent, so that was really, really good. That was a seam clip in the wall out of a moon kick. And now, something I'm about to do is a little risky by inbounds. Then I have to start over. But I probably won't. I'm gonna take it carefully. Okay. What I did there was I gained a little height because I was at a really low height, and to do this next inbounds past the Blastomatic room, I actually had to gain a little bit of height. Okay, yeah, perfect. So now I'm over here to the crown door. I'm gonna tag this for safety, and this is how you skip getting any crowns, because this is the 4 crown door. You can actually just position yourself right in here and walk through this wall. That's how you skip 4 crowns, which is another huge sequence break. Just keep rolling and rolling and rolling till your key 8 room, and this room is unlocked by Nintendo coin and Rareware coin, so that skips both of those, which are both really long on their own. And there we go, have key 8, the final key of the game. And yeah, I just reset out of it because you actually can't exit that. You're stuck in that room, so you just want to reset out. Alright, and so this is the section that I needed a timer for, so let me just get this trick real quick and then I'll explain it. Okay, so by canceling the intro story cutscene at a specific time, it's still playing in the background based on the way that I canceled it. And as you can see, or you can hear, there's no menu music right now. And the intro story is still playing and playing and playing, regardless of anything that I do. And the intro story has a bunch of cutscenes and transitions between the cutscenes, and by exiting and entering specific loading zones or training barrels at specific times, then I can avoid actually getting pulled into the intro story while also completing some objectives to beat the game, like getting Orange and Barrel, which are required to beat K. Rool. So right here I have to cancel this at exactly 55 seconds after I activated the glitch. Or not exactly, but roughly 55. And the fact that I'm not watching the intro story right now means that I canceled it correctly, which is good. So now I'm going to go over here and get the 2 training barrels that I need to beat the game, but I can't enter it immediately or else I will activate a cutscene that will pull me into the intro story and that will undo everything that I've started. So 1 second. Okay, that's good. So I cancel the fade out there as I was entering this barrel. And that's the last cancel that I have to do. So what the training barrels actually do is they give me the ability to use the certain things that they're training you in. So I just got the ability to use oranges, which are going to break the game when I get to Factory and K. Rool. And Barrel, you need to beat Lanky phase of K. Rool. And while I'm not unlocking any of the Kongs, you actually get them when you get to the K. Rool fight. You go through the 5 phases with the 5 Kongs. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do in this file is roll out and tag warp 3 for later. This will let me get to the K. Rool fight really quickly after turning in keys. See, I am doing that right now, and the reason I didn't do it earlier is because in order to make MMM from the start worth it, you have to get Key 8 under ISG, which is what I'm under right now. Sorry, I need to cancel this real quick, and then I'll continue that explanation. And that is a really difficult route, and it's not at all marathon safe, because there are a lot of things that can just instantly kill your run. Any cutscene that you accidentally activate would just pull you into the intro story, and you'd have to completely start over. Okay, so here's the magic. This is what's called main menus moves. First I need to inspect my file so that it'll pull me into the right file later. Now I actually have to enter multiplayer. This is cool. Grab a bunch of oranges. Thing is, I'm under a timer, so I'm not even losing any time by going in here and doing this. This is the most efficient way to use my time. I'm getting oranges, I'm collecting oranges so that when I get pulled into my file, I'll actually have these oranges. Payments, thanks. Yeah, so the reason I'm doing all this, by the way, I never really explained that, is when I get pulled, the intro story has been running this whole time, which I was explaining, but if you get pulled back into your file while on the main menu, you take things from the menu into your file. So like here I'm gonna go watch the factory boss cutscene, and that flag will be pulled into my file with me, so when I get there I won't have to watch it. Same with those oranges, and that also gave me all the moves to beat the game. So now I'm just sitting here on the menu waiting for a cutscene to play, and the cutscene will pull me into the intro story, and the intro story ends by putting you in the treehouse, which is where a file begins. And I got good luck there. Sometimes it takes varying times to get pulled into that cutscene, but I don't think I lost any time to the... It's good. So yeah, this game is really, really heavy with glitches, so I'm just if it seems like I'm rambling, or at the same time it feels like I'm not explaining things well enough, well, it's a combination of both, because there's a lot to it. So now, as you can see, I have 2 melons, which means that the glitch that I used to get all the moves worked. It also gives you 2 melons. So now, it's time for factory. Okay, here I'm gonna have to do an orange clip. Hold on 1 second. Alright, first try. Alright, that is really good, because I just realized that I forgot to do the marathon safe strat, which is to turn on infinite oranges, so shoutouts to first try there. I only had 5 tries at that. Okay, cool. Alright, so now I tag warp 1 to get out of factory later. And so, yeah, like I said, we get orange barrel just for that game-breaking ability. Pass through that B-locker like that. It happens by creating enough lag that it makes you move faster based on the way that the game engine works. So now I'm going to orange boost out of bounds. Work. Try again. Okay, got it. I'm going to be really careful not to go in a specific room. There's a room that I could land in that would just kill my run instantly. But I'm good. And here I am at Troffenskopf. Ready to fight Magic. Okay. So normally Magic is Tiny's boss, but I'm actually going to fight it with DK, and what you saw me do right there is another clip with a moon kick, which lets me not collect any colored bananas and enter the boss as DK. Okay, so this is going to be this is a really hard boss, so I might need to concentrate a bit. The thing that's really hard about doing this with DK is DK dips really low when you kick between the platforms. And if you dip low enough, then it thinks that you fell, and it'll restart the phase, which is a huge time loss. And many runners have fallen victim to it. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone has jumped a little short there. That's unfortunate. Better to do it at the beginning of the phase, though. Oh, that's bad. Okay, though. Splat me? Okay. This is a really bad spot to be in. Okay, that phase was a little rough, but... okay, didn't start it over again. Alright. I completely miscounted there, and when that happens, bad things can happen like that. Where's the white? Oh, it's over there. Okay, good. Alright, now this phase is going to be a little different. Normally he just goes in a little circle between 4 platforms, but now he's actually just going to follow me, so I have to do this specific pattern jumping around the middle to try and make him get as many fast jumps as possible, where he slows down as he gets close to you, but if you're farther away from him, like diagonal, then he'll do a fast jump, so I'm trying to jump in such a way that I get as many fast jumps as possible. Just do some switch. Alright, this is the last phase. He's invisible, but it's actually no different. I can even jump under him. There's not really any risk in that. Oh, that might have been a phase reset. Yeah, I dipped way too low there. That was a phase reset. Unfortunate. That's the risk of doing this with DK. Okay, really bad luck for the last switch too. We go all the way around him. Alright, it's over. Whatever. Alright. Mad Jack is a harsh mistress. That's alright. So here, I can't pause exit because a side effect of the glitch that I did to get all the moves is I can't pause, so I tagged warp 1 earlier to get out. And now I have key 8 and key 3, which is all you need to beat the game actually. Normally, without any sequence breaking, you need to get all the keys in order, because every key unlocks the next level essentially. Except for 2 keys which unlock multiple levels at the same time. But it's assumed that you get all the keys in order, except for key 3, because I assume this is a design decision because Mad Jack is just such a hard boss that they wanted you to be able to continue with the game without actually getting key 3, but they wanted you to still get key 3 if you wanted to beat the game. So it's assumed that you get all the keys in order except key 3 to get key 8. And then to get the requirement that you have all the keys, then you would also have to add on key 3 to that requirement. So this is a really bad explanation, but yeah. So it's assumed you get all the keys in order to get key 8, and then you can go back later and get key 3. So it only checks those 2 flags. That's what I was trying to say. Excuse my rambling. I'm gonna try and do a little kick here into this cutscene, just get a little distance. Alright, now it's time for K-Roll. So this is why I tagged Warp 3 earlier. And just go straight to the fight. Alright, so this is K-Rool, final boss. Pretty much half of the run, as ridiculous as that sounds. On N64, a good K-Rool is under 12.5 minutes. And a good run is like under 30 minutes. So you think about that, that's basically 40 to 50% of the run right there. Just sit through this cutscene for a bit, and then it'll be on to DK phase. There are 5 phases, 1 for each Kong. Even though I didn't unlock the Kongs, it will give them to me as if I had unlocked them. It doesn't give you the moves, however, but the glitch that I did to unlock all the moves applies even to the Kongs that I never unlocked. Yeah, being good at K-Rool is, you kind of have to for any percent, because, you know, it's like half the run. Very good point, Connor. Okay, so this, you just basically have to time the number of punches he does before you shoot. So it goes, the first one you can shoot immediately because I did a little skip. The second one you do 5. This one's 3. Had a little trouble getting in the barrel there. This one's 7. Alright, that was pretty standard. I had a little trouble getting to the barrel, which created some unnecessary lag, but that's fine. Alright, on to the bane of my existence. Beauty phase. This one's hard just because jetpack controls are really bad. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take damage here so I can line up a little skip. I backflip into this cutscene so I get into Rocket Barrel early. Now I have to go shoot these switches and hopefully I can get... Yeah, that's perfect. That's called double shot, where you hit both of the switches on both sides of the light at the same time. And you're supposed to have plenty of time to line it up in all the phases. There's another one. There's another one that was a little slow. Perfect. Alright, that was one of my better Diddy phases.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, saved by the bell. In the red corner.
Alright. So whereas Diddy is probably the hardest phase, Lanky would be second hardest execution-wise, I'd say. The other phases are just pretty much memorization and easy inputs. Here I have to hit these hit these switches to spawn barrels, which I throw to spawn banana peels, and play my instrument to... I did not want to lay that down, Linky. Okay, now this is really slow. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna wait that out. I assume he's gonna turn right here. Okay, good. That's never happened to me. I don't know why I hit Z. Gonna wait this out. It's a little sketchy. This is Banjo-Kazooie 6. And he's actually on me, as you can hear. I'm gonna get hit. Alright. That was the worst thing I could have done. This is the nightmare of all Linky phases, unfortunately. The game made me pay for that really good Diddy phase. Alright, the last pad is over here. Here we go. That's it. Okay, that couldn't have gone worse, but I didn't die, so better than some runners.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Saved by the bell.
Okay, tiny phases. This cutscene will take a while, and then it'll get into tiny phase, which is also itself pretty long. But the inputs are... I should say the patterns that you have to follow are very easy to memorize or just have written down to look at. So this is not a phase to sweat. Neither is Chunky's phase. Chunky's phase is probably my most consistent after DK.
In the red corner.
Alright, so a lot of N64 optimization is just reducing lag, so I'm going to stare at the ceiling for a while so that the shockwaves don't lag the game. I'm counting the number of shockwaves that he does. Right there, this spawns after 4 shockwaves. Now I enter his toe, or his shoe, to hit the toes. So, same as outside, I need to look down a lot to reduce lag. And I want to throw oranges, which is kind of counterintuitive because I used them to lag the game earlier, but just by not looking at anything, looking at the floor, it lets me throw oranges to do damage instead of shooting my gun, which ends up actually reducing lag. Cool. This was... The second phase is 3 shockwaves. It goes 4, then 3, then 4, then 5. And every time you go back into the shoe, you have to do an extra set of toe movement. So I'm going to do the same pattern as the first one, plus another one. And these lag reduction strats actually save like 20 or 30 seconds, I think, over not doing them, so they're definitely worth it. This one is going to be 3. And the pattern is going to change up a little bit, because I need to be positioned over near the 3rd toe, which is the vulnerable one. And last phase, there are 4. Oh, and he just trolled me really hard. You do not want him to spawn there, because then you have to go all the way around him. Whoops. Now the toe cycles are almost up. Alright, and there you go. That's tiny phase. So time will be in about 2 minutes from now. There'll be 4 phases, then it'll be on the final punch. Whoops. Okay, that's fine. As long as I don't miss a punch. The cycles are going to be a little off when I'm used to, but it should not affect the phase that much. Two out of 4 punches. It's 3. It's 1 more punch. And... oh, I messed it up. Okay, 1 more punch. Alright, here we go. Last punch. And time.
33:29.
Alright. Cool.
Not bad.
Thanks.
That was an entertaining video game speedrun.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for filling in for whatever run wasn't here. I don't remember what.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate the opportunity.
Is there anything else you would like to say, amigo?
Shout outs to Connor. That's it.
That's it? You're good?
Yeah.
Alright, not bad.